Rolling.
This week on the Vegetable Garden Elves, we're going to talk about peas
and pests.
So this is an example of a pea trellis. Peas need to be trellised. This one uses little eye hooks, and they've run the jute up and around, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's very nice. This is another example where they've used a metal fencing material and the jute rope again, and little pieces of bamboo. And this can easily be taken down and stored away. It's not permanent, and it looks nice too.
Standard.
This is the third example of the pea trellis, and it's the one that's probably the easiest to make and the most efficient for the kind of peas that grow successfully here. So the pea that you want to grow is called Oregon Sugar Pod 2, and it only grows 3 feet tall. So you don't need to build a trellis that's 6 or 8 feet tall when your pea's only going to be 3 feet tall. One of the reasons why we trellis peas is because they need a lot of airflow. And in the Pacific Northwest, where it is damp and cool, we can get all kinds of fungus. So you can get a white mildew that will grow on the peas, and it will kind of wreak havoc on your peas and make them either not form or form really poorly. Probably the worst thing that peas get is called pea inanition mosaic virus. The pea inanition mosaic virus becomes active in June. So it's important to grow a variety of pea that is resistant to this virus, and that's why we grow Oregon Sugar Pod pea. You can grow peas through the winter. You can sow them in November, and they can be a different variety than the Oregon Sugar Pod, and they will just be very small through the winter, and then they'll come on in late February or early March, and you can have a lot of success that way. If you choose to plant peas now in mid-May, they really need to be resistant to the pea inanition virus. This is a trellis that Stuart and I both like. It's made of bamboo, and it again just has the jute rope strung across. And what these people have done is they have planted beans and peas, which is a really great idea. So your trellis can be taller than needs to be for peas, because your beans are going to take all that space. So you can plant your peas on one side, and you can plant your beans on the other, and the peas will come up and be harvested and long gone by the time that the beans are ready to go.
All right, today we're going to talk about a common brassica pest, the cabbage root fly, which lays eggs which turn into maggots which eat the roots of your brassicas. This is a broccoli. Notice how it doesn't stand up, it falls over. This is the same broccoli. It's got a nice sturdy base. So the problem with this one is that the root fly came and laid its eggs around the base of the plant, and they hatched, and this, I'm going to put it right here so we can look at it. Alright, so what do we have? Well, I'm not seeing the maggots. They should be here. Well, there's worms. There's a maggot. That's a cabbage root fly maggot. Yeah, these are the larval stage of the root fly. Here, let's get them in my palm. And so basically you can see how the root system on this is pretty much just eaten up. Not much here. And you know, this can happen at any time during the life of the plant. And another common pest is the cabbage moth, a white moth. The thing about the root maggots is once you've got them, there's really nothing you can do to save that plant. A good thing to do, and we'll demonstrate this next week, is to cover your plants, your brassicas, with remay fabric. We also cover carrots because of the carrot root fly, and we'll demonstrate that next week. until next week.
Trellis your peas and start to plant your summer vegetables. Like,
it's close to time. You can plant beans out now, squash,
watermelon.
Watermelon. You can put your tomatoes in.
Cantaloupe.
Plant your tomatoes deep.
Bananas.